What's up, guys? This is NitroBex. Date number 362 left to go. So, I had my show tonight. I did Mod Envy. If you didn't pay attention, a new juice is out on my juice line, Swagger Clouds. It's Trophy Wife. It's a light cake with several different fruits on it, such as kiwi. That being said, if I mess up and miss a daily vlog, the coupon code that's good for Swagger Clouds, which is NitroBex, kind of like it looks right there, goes from 20 to 30%. I'm not planning on missing any vlogs, so don't wait for it. That being said, launching the juice tonight made me realize something. It talked to me bundles about why some juice manufacturers do what they do. There's a definite shift I'm seeing in juice vendors. And if you pay attention to like P. Basardo, tastemyjuice.com, he put up that it's not going to be doing juice reviews anymore. There are just so many juice vendors today. Juice reviewers such as myself, and no, this is not me coming out saying I'm not going to be doing juice reviews anymore. Juice reviewers as myself just can't keep up. There's so many vendors, and a lot of them we never hear about. I mean, I try to stay pretty active in the vaping community, but that being said, every little sphere of different communities supports completely different vendors, which is both a good and a bad thing. Like you have the Facebook groups and then all the little different groups within Facebook. You have the people that hang out on Google Plus. You have the people that hang out on Twitter, on Instagram. You have the Vapor TV people and all the different channels of Vapor TV. They all follow different vendors. This is a good thing because there's a huge amount of diversity. It's a bad thing because there's a lot of people that don't get to taste some of the most popular, or should I say the best juices from some of those different spheres because they've never heard of them. There's not a whole lot of cross communication between those groups. It's also a bad thing because, a juice reviewer has a hard time getting to all these people because it's great that they make enough money to survive off those little tiny spheres that they're exposed to, but there's not a lot of cross pollination. If you look at like when farmers are trying to raise crops, they get bees to cross pollinate so that you get better crops. We don't have that with juice vendors now. Like you have, let's say, the VU Live group might follow like 15 to 20 different juice vendors. And then even still on Vapors TV, you have like the C2C group that'll follow 15 to 20 different juice vendors. And then you have the Redders, which is a different category than the View Live and the Vapors TV people, the C2C people. They might follow 15 to 20 different vendors. And then you got the people that post like everything on Instagram and they follow 15 to 20 different vendors. It's all just in those little subsets. And like I said, it's both a good and bad thing. I'm glad that the vendors are making their money. I'm glad that those communities are supporting their vendors. It's just sad that a lot of people don't cross across those lines to talk about vendors to their other friends. They just stay within their little bubble. Now, is this a problem with social media? Does it really matter though? Because I've noticed a lot of vendors are going more and more away from direct sales to the clients and more to wholesales to like brick and mortars and stuff, which is great because that brings it to the average vapor that doesn't hang out on Vapors TV, that doesn't hit up social media. They walk into their local store, they get their bottle of juice, they go home. Okay. And pushing more wholesale out from quality vendors to local brick and mortars, a great way for them to make money and not have to worry about having their own lab and developing their own flavors. A lot of times, if it's a very, very basic house line, bringing in vendors from outside allows for a better quality of juice because it's a little more refined. It's not just let's go 20% straight TFA and see how it tastes. So there's a lot of good features about it, but it also puts another hand in the pot. I mean, going direct sales, I can bring a lower price point because there's not the middleman there in between me and you. When you buy from the website, it goes to my lab and gets mixed. And there's a lot of vendors I've seen have to slightly increase their price because they have to make money off of wholesale. And wholesale has to make money, otherwise people wouldn't buy the wholesale, so the overall price has to go up. Is that helping or hurting us? I don't know. More people getting paid. That's great. It's turning vaping into a true industry rather than, just a little niche hobby. The end outcome, though, is the vapor at the end of the equation may have to pay a little more for it. And I know one of the things on the advocacy side we're fighting is the sin tax to keep the prices down, to keep the overall costs down so that people can see some or an equal amount of spending as compared to smoking and stay vaping rather than smoking and reduce those chemicals that are intaken into their body. So, in part, what I've been talking about here is the juice game. Now, I did say there, and I'm not trying to offend any shops. I'm sure that there are shops that house mix juice and they have lovely juice that's really complex and flavorful. I also know there's a lot of juice shops that make their house line, and their house line is 20% TFA, whatever, because it works, it's cheap, it's easy to do, it's easy to get into the lab. That being said, one of the things that helps like a juice shop rather than, a brick and mortar that's also trying to provide juice is the amount of time that goes into it. I released Trophy Wife tonight because it finally passed beta testing. I have my 5th flavor for Swagger Cloud's design, Lover Boy. It was a blueberry pound cake. And one of the things that I ran into is it was a great flavor. Vaped it for a week. It was perfect. My beta testers found out on about day 13 or 14, the blueberry just goes, hey guys, I'm out of here, and you get a straight pound cake. That's not acceptable for a good juice. If your bottle can't sit around for 2 weeks and maintain its flavor, it doesn't cut the mustard. I was talking to another juice vendor, and it's like, just up your percentage of blueberry a little bit and see what it does. I'm like, I can't really do that. It's like, why? I'm like, there's 3 blueberries that make my blueberry flavor. So it's not just I put 10% TFA. Hey, we're good. No, it doesn't quite work like that. So that's part of what makes like some of the juice you get online a lot better than just house juices. That's why you'll hear the word premium thrown out a lot. Now, what does premium mean? In many people's eyes, it doesn't mean anything, and I definitely understand that. But what a lot of people get from going to a juice shop that specializes in juice is they get stuff that is made with more than just 1 or 2 flavorings. The Lover Boy that got scrapped had 10 flavors in it. That's a lot of flavoring to put into a juice and get them all blended right. Just for 2 weeks later, if it sits on your desk, it goes poof. So, there's some thoughts about juice making. Sorry this vlog is a little rambly. It's my thoughts on juice making and how the industry's affecting it. I actually posted on social media today. A lot of people, the only feedback I've got on this is they all miss the cooking with nitro. I posted a recipe I'm going to be doing soon on a cooking with nitro, so that'll be a non-vape related vlog. It's still going to be my daily vlog because it's my daily life vlog, not my daily vape vlog. So one of them I'm going to do a cooking with nitro, which is part of my life. But I gotta get the stuff together. I want to cook it one time before I do it, because last time I tried to do a cooking with nitro with never trying the food before, it was fucking disgusting. I followed some fucking recipe off of Facebook. Horrible. Just didn't work at all. So that being said, definitely please like, share, comment, subscribe. Sorry about rambling about juice today. Hopefully you took something away from it. Let me know how you feel about, wholesale versus retail, house juices versus degenerate juices, and if there's any way you think of that the different social media bubbles can kind of come together and more interlace. It's been great. See you next time.